Do this for my millennials. I'll be murdering any.
I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in it so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 vision. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This is perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it.
Like
this crowd
age.
is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Foles. They'll run the screen with Mack. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
What? No.
Here we go. Here we go. Now the wolf. I'm coming.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Hitting double digits.
Welcome back, C. Wright.
Of the season. And the
Boy, I missed you.
have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
I missed you while you was gone, C. Wright.
Will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that.
Man, get the freak out of here.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him.
Hollywood.
But
You
sometimes
got
the
that
little
99
guys,
speed.
they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll toss
Are you
it for it, and
serious?
this is going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give, running right is Mack. He'll get 3 up to midfield. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Foles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
What, man? Come on, dog.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
The frick are you doing?
One word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now Foles. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one.
Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hatchet. Show it. Hey, go.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Right there, 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man, it's Rattling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it
bro.
across
Oh, my
the
God,
40-yard
dog.
line.
That's 2
13
picks,
yards,
nigga.
1st down, Panthers. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play,
man. Shit,
and
say
that'll
play
make this
ball,
a 2nd
man.
down.
Nigga just standing there looking at the ball, dog. I'd rather you go for the pick and miss it than just stand there and look at the fucking ball, dog.
Here we go. 180. 12. Strong right.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's man. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike's 50. Hey, watch the ball.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that could be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Oh!
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Here's Jackson, alluding to pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson, flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To throw is Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to... And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Oh, get the freak out of here, man. They let it.
On this first half of action.
Yeah, come on, baby.
Come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Come on now, let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 2nd and 16. Foles nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's anyway. Check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Slam.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers 1-yard line.
Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180. 56. You run. Silent. 56. Mike, 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Man.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Animate, man. And then this dummy's just standing there, man.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. Nope.
Thank
and
you.
Now here's another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the interception, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Had the
I
right
ain't even know
idea
if
there,
y'all was
trying
gonna
to throw
pick
it
it
to the
up.
sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Kill. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Really?
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here.
Really?
Trying to get their
DeMarcus
tight end
Lawrence out
involved.
there like
Finally,
that?
that's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Man, dog.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now a give, right side. Samuel, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And then they got Vince Beagle right there, man.
They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. On 3rd down, Samuel. And some space here. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 45 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
What you need? Man, send me whatever, bro.
Oh, the Saints recovered it.
Give me that junk back, nigga.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday lead.
You want Adams, don't you?
The onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think
you want a cornerback,
margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase
what
their
cornerback?
lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Straight up?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I'll send it to you, and then you can accept it tomorrow.
As his guys continue to put this one out of the way.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's doing
oh, boy, you desperate, ain't you?
Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Oh, man.
The Panthers out there.
Ooh, Harry.
Begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold.
Nah,
they
Harry.
have struggled big
Harry
time in this
cold,
game.
man. You know Harry know the tricks and the trades too now.
So tough because we always talk about
man, Harry
team
nice,
game,
man. You hate it.
working well together, but every now and then
Harry ain't bad,
you
bro.
need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
He in the Saints playbook. You ain't in the Saints playbook. I ain't do anything you do.
They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're
you need
the football that makes big
you might need to go back to that 49ers playbook, big dog.
Wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah.
He's upended after a gain of 2.
Yeah, you got to get all the way back into the rhythm of another playbook again, bro. That's why I ain't switched.
Completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
But he's got his
man, this nigga receivers catch everything, man.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a
I know.
So far as we get set for the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair.
Well, that's what you was using before we restart.
They'll run on first down.
It's stop the run.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah.
From the 44, Foles. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger.
Boy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's
Boy,
a
looking
first
real
down.
scrubbish over there.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone.
Man, Harry gonna beat you again.
Make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Here's a throw to his
man, get the freak out of here, man. This nigga running back holding on to this stuff, bro.
Shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, man.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Mack on the toss. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
You better be ready. Don't be serious.
On 2nd and 7, Foles. This is caught. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Push him back. Mike 52. Mike 52. That's it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Go. Check 24. Check 24.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
Nigga, I need you on the line of scrimmage, bro.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You know what? Try this.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Looking to throw again.
Oh my God.
Jackson being chased out left.
Just ran right through the middle.
Incomplete there.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Jackson now. It's caught. Beckett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 22.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
50's the money. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Mm-hmm. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Yeah, go. Let's go.
Here's Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike's 50. Switch out. Check 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check 25.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints,